People within friend groups tend to form different roles naturally over time. For example, there may be someone who is considered the mom or dad of the group, or maybe someone else who's known for constantly making jokes. In one of my old friend groups in the past, I don't think that I really fell under any of these more positive categories. I was kind of my friend group's social punching bag. It's pretty common to have a friend who's picked on, I think, but a lot of my friends would go farther than that. It started like any other friend group in school. I met some new people in class and we started to talk more and more. A friend group slowly formed, but as we began to feel more comfortable with each other, that's when my role as a punching bag became more apparent. Back then, I was pretty quiet and shy. I only really spoke a bit more around my friends. The group started to pick on me more and more, and I was fine with it. It's what you normally do with your friends. During our lunch periods, I usually just read quietly and worked on any assignments that I procrastinated doing the night before. We would sit near the school's side exit doors at the front of the school. One time they took my book, opened the door when the staff in the lobby wasn't looking, and tossed it outside. They did this a couple of times, and I had to rush out of class when school ended to make sure my book was still there. They would usually only do these things to me. A lot of the time, they just wanted to laugh or did it when they wanted to impress a girl they liked. When I would get to school, I would always enter through the side entrance. The door was always propped open in the morning. Sometimes my friends would close the door and lock me out until faculty noticed or another student noticed. Another time I was sitting on a ledge near a window talking to one of my classmates near the end of class. Two of my friends were in this class and they walked in front of me. One grabbed my arm and as hard as he could, he yanked me off. I didn't go flying, but I had a bit of airtime. I also think they did this because I was noticeably way shorter than the rest of them, so they wanted to see how far I could fly. I don't know if they just wanted to see me fall off of stuff, but during math class, I sat at one of the tables with the spinny chairs. Near the end of class when we were waiting to leave, one of my friends told me that he was going to spin me as hard as he could. I told him I didn't really want him to because the chair is already pretty wobbly when I was sitting still. But then he and someone else spun me, and the chair maybe did like 3/4 of a spin before I went straight back. They quickly sat back down at their desks, and the teacher who was explaining one of the test questions to a classmate of mine got up and he wasn't very happy with me. Another time, someone apparently threw up in the bathroom stall and it wasn't flushed for some reason. I'm not sure, it may have just been done on purpose as a joke, but during our lunch period, a couple of my friends were in the bathroom. When I went in to use it, they pushed me into the stall and pulled the door shut for like 5 minutes. The following year, they would start to take my things and then help me look for it. I legitimately thought that I had lost these things, but they would give it back a couple of months later after I had already replaced my stuff. One time I left my student ID in my backpack, and after school I could not find it. I didn't find out until later, but during class, one of my friends apparently grabbed it. I ended up looking for it for like a month and a half, but I eventually needed it to borrow a book at the school's library. I searched my house one more time, and my dad also helped me look for it as well, but we didn't find it. He's pretty strict, and I expected him to be kind of upset because I wasn't being responsible enough, but he wasn't, and he told me to buy a new ID at school. He gave me $15 out of his own wallet, which I really appreciated. I went to the library to buy a new ID, and the librarian accidentally printed 2 IDs, and she ended up letting me keep both of them. After that, I thought I was the luckiest person in the world. A week later, I was waiting outside one of my classrooms because the teacher hadn't arrived yet, and the same friend finally gave back the ID that I thought I had lost, explaining when he took it. All of the previous stuff they took did bother me a bit, but I thought it was relatively normal among friends. But taking my ID really started to bother me. It was because the previous items I replaced with my money or with extra pencil cases or supplies I found around my house. But my dad was the one who gave me his own money to replace my student ID, which I ended up wasting because of my friends. After that, I started to slowly distance myself from them, which I was pretty nervous about at first. But it ended up being a really great thing. I met someone else in my class who played the same games that I did, and we ended up becoming friends, while he introduced me to his other friends. And while I still got picked on, they never did anything that bothered me, and I was pretty happy. Thank you for watching this video. I just want to clarify that I'm making light of all of these experiences and they don't bother me. Looking back, I think that I was pretty much a people pleaser. I like to avoid conflict whenever possible, and I didn't speak up when someone did something that really bothered me, or in this case, kind of hurt me. I think that while it is important to be positive, you also should not sacrifice your self-respect to please someone else. And I think that picking on each other in a friend group is totally normal, especially if you're close. Even in my current friend group in college, I get picked on a lot. And it really doesn't bother me at all. They don't ever go to an extreme level. It's just that there's a difference between picking on someone and going too far like my old friend group did.